Morfinier, you said Malgus wanted to talk.
Yes, while we're refitting the Republic cruiser.
You have done well, all of you. Had we such strength in the last war, the Treaty of Coruscant might not have been needed.
We're honored, my lord.
But now, a greater challenge awaits. I have studied the information from the Republic vessel, and I am now certain of the Foundry's nature.
You said the Emperor's been after it for 300 years. I assume it has value.
Indeed. The Foundry specifications match those of 3 other space stations known by history. Each of these legendary stations could manufacture technology on a massive scale. One xenoformed planets, another built fleets of ships.
The Star Forges?
The Foundry creates endless armies of droids, commanded by the Foundry's Jedi Master, a man very likely mad after his long imprisonments.
If this man controls the Foundry's armies, we need to know how he thinks.
At his prime, he was a powerful warrior, a general and a skilled tactician. A legend to some. Now, I cannot say. Morfinier, you may proceed.
The Foundry is built into an asteroid surrounded by the Republic fleet. The cruiser we captured should pass their blockade without interference. You will fly the cruiser directly to the Foundry and lead the ground assault, while our ships jump from hyperspace to engage the fleet.
The Foundry will be ours, and you will eliminate the Jedi Master.
Why not do it yourself?
Much as I would like to handle this personally, other matters require my attention.
It isn't just the Foundry we fight for. We fight to prove to the galaxy that the Empire is unstoppable. Glory to the Sith and to the Emperor.
Helmsman, set course for the Foundry.
Acknowledged. Laying in course. Any words to the crew before the assault?
This mission will be dangerous, but no one gets left behind. No one gets sacrificed. You have my word.
Course set. Engaging hyperdrive. Transmitting authorization codes to the Republic fleet. They're allowing us to pass the blockade. Approaching the Foundry. Receiving transmission.
This is landing control to Republic Cruiser Doran Sky. You're 6 hours off schedule. Is there a problem?
We had to adjust course to avoid an Imperial patrol. Nothing to be concerned about.
Understood. You have permission to dock. You can wait aboard the ship while we run the final security checks.
We're docked. Estimate 2 minutes until our fleet arrives and the battle begins. If I may be so bold, I suggest you take the offensive.
Imperial ships have jumped out of hyperspace. Lock down all sections. Repeat, lock down. We'll stay behind to defend the step and guard your escape route. Good luck.
Stop. It's time we talked. I am the master of the Foundry. Once the Emperor's prisoner, now the man you've come to destroy.
I'm listening. Continue.
300 years ago, I found your empire in the stars and stood against the Emperor himself. I was betrayed, defeated.
I paid the price as the Emperor ravaged my mind over centuries. But I gave him nothing. I am proof that the dark side can be resisted.
Sometimes all it takes is the will. Any power can be fought.
Then you understand what I'm doing here. I've seen the Emperor's corruption. He and everything he's built must be destroyed, or the galaxy will suffer forever. You don't need to die with him. Surrender and you can wait out this war as a comfortable prisoner.
Talk to me. We can work for peace together.
I've been betrayed one time too many. You leave me no choice but to turn the Foundry against you. These machines are extermination droids. My infinite army. Farewell.
Imperative. Extermination units converge on intruders. Psycholocutor and observer specialties report to tactical control. Objection. My master promised you would die horribly at my hands. At this rate, you'll perish well before then. Assessment. You have been exceedingly sporting during our hunt. I am HK-47, the Master's most faithful ally. Once a mere assassin droid, it is now my burden and joy to command the Foundry's mechanical armies.
I didn't think Jedi believed in assassination, or built droids to do their dirty work.
Commentary. I am often pleasantly surprised by my Master's moral compass. The extermination droids are my Master's crowning achievement. They are equipped with bioscanners capable of detecting Sith genetic material. Any organics with Sith ancestry will be slaughtered. This includes 97.8% of the Imperial population.
Too bad my species doesn't have any Sith genetic material.
Commentary. Unfortunately for you, the Master still wants you dead. Your bones will make excellent trophies to commemorate my return to assassination. Prejudice set to maximum. Commentary. I hope my master will appreciate my efforts here.
This ugly.
Retraction. You're not entirely unskilled after all. Activating assassination protocols level 2. Extermination units, converge. Slaughter programs loaded. Warning, excessive damage sustained.
Three more Republic cruisers have been destroyed, but they're not retreating. We've got droids attacking the ship. We can't maintain a comm channel.
That HK unit you destroyed, he waited loyally for 300 years. I can rebuild him, but it won't be the same. Can't you see you're on the wrong side? The Emperor is death. For you, for me, for the galaxy.
Listen to yourself. If you use the Foundry to exterminate billions, how are you any better?
I'm doing this to save lives, not for glory. I will mourn for the dead and do what I must. As a young Jedi, I went to war. I accepted violence and darkness, and the Emperor called to me from across the galaxy. He made me a Sith Lord and named me Darth Revan. I killed for him. I turned on the Republic. But I have found redemption.
300 years ago, the Republic didn't know the Empire existed. How did you get the attention of the Emperor?
I discovered hints of your empire on dead lost worlds, Korriban and Malachor. The Emperor felt it, and he summoned me. I nearly destroyed the Republic, and that nearly destroyed me. When the Jedi returned me to the light, my memory was shattered. It took me years to track and confront the Emperor again. I tried to end him, and he murdered my companions and locked me away.
What am I supposed to learn from all this?
I want you to know we're enemies for a reason. All those years in his prison, I could feel him in my mind, drawing on my connection to the Force. But I was in his mind too, fighting him. Only I've been both Jedi and Sith, and found clarity in the Force. Only I understand him, and his death is my responsibility.
This isn't clarity, and this isn't your responsibility. There's another path.
There was a time, a moment, when my destiny wasn't certain. That moment is gone. I've saved the Republic twice before. I've fought Mandalores and armies of the dark side. You won't stop me. Turn and run.
Rise and shine.
The Empire will become dust. I will make it so. I will show you the power of the Force in balance. You've never fought anyone like me. I was Sith. I am Jedi. As the darkness takes me, I am nothing. Now I know how you felt, my friend.
This is station control to the Imperial fleet. The Foundry is ours.
Excellent work, my friend. We lost good men in the fleet battle, but we're mopping up the last of the Republic ships now. I assume the Jedi Master has also been eliminated?
That Jedi Master used to be a Sith called Darth Revan.
Yes. That's a matter we should discuss in person. As soon as we're secure, we'll conference with Darth Malgus aboard the flagship. You have my congratulations and my admiration. Fenrir out. The battle is won, my lord. The Foundry is ours.
And it shall be a fine weapon, once wielded properly. This is how the Empire will prevail, not only through superior armament, but through superior individuals. Without intelligence, we could never have struck such a blow or defeated the heretic Revan.
You could have told me who the Foundry's master really was.
Revan has followers within the Empire, and the secret had to be kept. I apologize if you feel ill-used.
3 centuries ago, Revan was strong in the dark side. A fallen Jedi the Emperor took an interest in. But he rebelled and had to suffer. Now his story is ended.
His mind was damaged, but he wasn't always lost. I could tell that much.
Beware your sympathies.
Our teams are going over the Foundry. It'll take some work, but everything should be salvageable. Even the HK unit if we bother.
It may have useful memories. And it could be upgraded. Regardless, we have a new army, and a victory for the ages. One to prove no would-be Sith or Jedi Master is a match for the Empire.
Celebrations have begun on Drummond Cass, and soon the cheers of the people will become a battle cry as the true war begins.
We've hurt the Republic. It doesn't need to go any further.
So long as one world resists, the Empire is not complete. Enjoy the fruits of your success. With your help, the galaxy will become a much different place.
I am truly honored to serve such a personage as you, Master. History will remember your name. Not mine, but definitely yours.
This is Watcher 2. I'm receiving your signal. Transmission secure. Nice to have you on a world with modern HoloNet transceivers. You're coming in loud and clear, Cypher 9.
So we can talk freely?
As long as you don't mind being recorded for the archives. Nar Shaddaa is one of the most densely populated city worlds in the galaxy. It's also a major trade hub for criminals and corporations. That's why the terrorists are here. The local cell procures weapons and technology for the Eagle's entire network.
What kind of technology?
Everything from state-of-the-art computer equipment and starship parts to adrenals and combat armor. These terrorists aren't thugs. They're intelligent, coordinated, and well hidden. I've contacted an asset who claims he can help locate them. He's a former operative of ours, effective in his day. When he had to be retired, he was redesignated Watcher X.
How did a Watcher leave Imperial intelligence?
Watcher X was one of our most capable analysts, but he became paranoid, prone to seeing connections and conspiracies where none existed. He was judged unstable and confined to Shadow Town, a Nar Shaddaa slum rebuilt as an open prison. It's where the Empire holds people who know too much. People we might need later. That's all I'm authorized to say.
If I'm risking my life, I'd like to know what's going on.
I'm sorry, but you don't have the security clearance. Shadowtown residents are fitted with motion tracking implants set to explode if they escape. This should keep Watcher X under control. Nonetheless, don't underestimate him. Watcher 2 out.
Where do you think you're sending that scan?
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Vizon, Head of Special Operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It isn't strictly an intelligence concern, but I hope you'll hear me out.
What's the assignment?
I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shaddaa. Hut clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
What does the Empire want from these gangsters?
The Exchange spends more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
What exactly do you need?
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want to show a force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shaddaa will ever deny the Empire again. If you're willing, of course.
I normally avoid public spectacles, but I can make an exception.
The Exchange operates out of the Corellian sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
ever been to Nar Shaddaa? I could show you the cantinas, get you into the best fights, tour the organ markets. It'll be fun.
Step inside. Scan the apartment for important things. Overt threats, escape routes, access terminals. Take your time. Now, look again. Scan for concealed weapons, hiding places. Anything innocent is probably a bug. Anything you don't recognize should be analyzed later. Play the game. I can wait.
Are you Watcher X?
Yes. Formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. Not that you're authorized to know it.
Got a lot of brass for someone living in filth.
You're a cipher agent. Specializations in disguise, seduction, infiltration, assassination. You're brave to come to Shadowtown. This could be your future. A bomb in your head, trapped here like a criminal.
I'm still not completely clear what this place is.
The people in the slum are spies, assassins, scientists, experiments. Most of us have done unpleasant things. All of us know too much. The Empire keeps us because we're too valuable to kill, but it doesn't want us on its doorstep. Now do you understand?
What makes you so valuable?
My mind. My ability to see connections. Let me give you an example. You know that the Eagle's terrorists are using Nar Shaddaa as a supply hub, but I imagine you don't know their latest scheme. The Terror Cell is on the verge of acquiring mass quantities of a new genetic modification serum, Cyclone. They plan to distribute it across the Eagle's network.
What's this serum do?
Cyclone increases a user's speed and focus, transforming an average human into a natural assassin. It's also lethal. A minor defect. We need to learn who created the serum and find their link to the terrorists. You must obtain a sample, a Cyclone dose or a user's blood specimen.
Maybe you want the Cyclone for yourself.
If I want to assassinate someone, I won't need a serum. There's an augmentation shop in the Corellian sector, a place people go for fast, dangerous modifications. Purchase the Cyclone there. I can give you an injection to mimic the effects of long-term genetic damage. You'll be slower and weaker, but you'd make a convincing Cyclone buyer.
I assume the effects are temporary.
It should only last a short time, long enough for you to get to the shop. I suggest you avoid excessive violence while affected, however. Now, do you want the injection or not?
I'd rather pump myself full of toxic runoff.
As you like.
Probably the smart choice. Too bad. Wonder what he would have done to you.
Get to the shop, get me my Cyclone or my blood, then we find the link to your terrorist enemies.
Gahal Ravul Asjon Uruet Untumata.
Zakazag Urgelu Kwal Kunkas Urtumu Nula Uma.
Juguhu Zuza Haga. Noexa Nunsa Bahala.
Ulkul da Mete Judir fel Pusuna Jormulu o Kaleg.
There must be some mistake. I'd love to know what you have to offer.
Uktar Rusentemet Wasal.
Quando vous êtes nebzepsi unquetzo luzutu otsulu metao.
Luturela usa.
Rugel afna mul konfu esez quenu unsu sposu.
Take this, ugly.
Luzatu munzu sunjal usublulu.
La zatu mun zu lujem pretenden untumakwen.
Uma, ormal omentu gorastuk.
Hand over your medical serums, gene stems, everything you've got.
Jonulu hagan daralamutu ondotta juestakon.
Warabold statud dun unmod tatolle ranzatuega.
Stay out of trouble, or I'll be back.
E kunet ungamasnetet accusata.
This is Watcher X. I've been waiting for your call. I assume you have my Cyclone specimen. Was there any trouble at the augmentation shop? Did you admire their work?
I saw what went on in there.
Crude, but inspired. Not as artful as what the Empire did to me. Not as skillful as what they did to Watcher 2. Now, we need to analyze the specimen. Figure out where Cyclone comes from. We'll need equipment I can't buy in Shadowtown. There's an abandoned medical laboratory in the Duros sector. If armed refugees haven't stripped it bare, you can run the analysis of the lab's bioscan.
Will these armed refugees pose a problem?
I don't see why. You're a trained killer. Kill them.
Take this, ugly.
Hello again, Cypher. I'm seeing everything the bioscan sees. Genetic bonding agents, molecular webs. Pure. Perfect. Take Cyclone and it becomes you. I'm going deeper now, Cypher. Looking for a signature to tell us who the artist is. Curious?
This serum is art to you?
Of a sort. It's not hard to appreciate when you see the intricacies. I have a corporate match. Cyclone's coding process is registered to Synchet Industries. Synchet used to manufacture droids, food supplements, medical supplies. But Synchet declared bankruptcy 5 years ago. The company is gone.
Someone else must be using their technology.
Synchet, a dead company, is connected to Cyclone. Cyclone is connected to the Terror Cell. We need more. I'm finding one former Synchet executive currently on Nar Shaddaa. He left the company just before it dissolved. Question him about Synchet. We need to know what happened to their resources, whether they had terrorist connections.
Shouldn't be hard to interrogate a rich businessman.
Your executive is named Jordal Tlan. Rich, eccentric, reclusive. Stays in his private casino lounge. Only associates with droids. No visitors allowed, no weapons allowed. He'll need a reason to talk to you, to be desperate to talk to you.
I know how to make men desperate for me.
I doubt Tlan is tempted by flesh. He's been with his droids too long. Use the resources you have. See those medical crates? Combine their chemicals correctly and you'll have an undetectable poison. Tlan's serving droids won't notice if you poison his drink. When he sweats and chokes, offer the antidote in return for cooperation.
I'll do what I have to, but I make the call myself.
If you like. I'm sending the formulas for poison and antidote. The important thing is to get to Tlan. Get him talking about the terrorists, Cyclone, and the dissolution of Synchet.
Master Tlan requested my repairs be completed in time for tomorrow's swoop race broadcast. You are supposed to comply.
I'm not a mechanic. I can't keep repairing you things when you malfunction.
Then I shall inform Master Tlan of your inability to perform your duties.
That's not necessary. Why don't you clear your memory of the last 5 minutes? Hey, you! This is Master Tlan's lounge. Is there something I can help you with?
I hope I'm not intruding. What's your name?
I'm Natula Pan. I assist Master Jordal Tlan, tend his lounge and the droids. It's a pretty nice gig. When Tlan left the business world, he picked me up, bailed me out of debt. Now I work for one of the richest men on Nar Shaddaa.
I bet working for Tlan has its advantages.
He doesn't... It's not like that. And he owns my debt, so he doesn't bother paying me. Look, don't take this wrong, but I don't know you, and no one comes in here just to talk. What's this about?
Jordal Tlan and I have some history together.
Really? Ha! I don't know if I should believe that or not. Even if I wanted to set you up with a meeting, and I don't. Sorry. What would I tell him? Some stranger wants to chat?
For this, I'm sure you can come up with something.
Well, I could use a little spending money. Wait here and I'll see what I can do. All right, Master Talon is willing to see you. Go through that door, keep your distance from Talon and the droids, and don't take too long. Got it?
I really appreciate your help.
Just be careful in there.
Alert. Scanning for weapons. Warning. Visitor is armed.
Ignore the droids. Nutella says you're persistent, but I don't know what you think you'll find here. Sinjit's gone. Bankrupted by the war and sold off piece by piece for a tidy sum. Made me rich, but that life is over.
Master Talon, if you're everything I've heard, you must have stayed involved. I bet you could tell me stories about Sinjit. And Cyclone?
I can guess things. Doesn't mean my hands are in the basket. Besides, you're nobody to me. Why would I reveal confidential information to you?
Maybe it intrigues a girl.
You're playing games. I like that. Here's a story you might be interested in. A story about VerveGen, one of Sinchit's subsidiaries.
Do go on. You've got my undivided attention.
VerveGen developed medical technology, mainly genetic modification serums. Not one of Sinchit's more profitable branches. When we put VerveGen on the market, we got some strange buyers. Paid cash and kept their names secret, took the company and all its technology.
What happened then?
Beats me. After the business sold, it wasn't my concern. VerveGen's offices were on the upper levels of the city. So far as I'm aware, the old buyers are still in charge. Now, that's the story I promised, and if you found that intriguing, maybe you can stick around a while. It's been a while since I last had company.
Sorry, but I've got to get to VerveGen.
It's a shame. I was beginning to enjoy myself.
You know how to leave them hanging, don't you?
You can see yourself out. Don't bother the droids when you go, and leave Natula alone.
Hello, Cypher. Always pleasant to speak. You know, I managed to slice into the Star Cluster's holocams. I got to see how you handle field work. You had Jordal Klan rather taken with you. Congratulations. I didn't think it possible to seduce a man like that.
Men like him aren't hard to manipulate.
So, now we know about VerveGen, a Sinchet Industries medical subsidiary purchased by a shadowy group of buyers. Those buyers were presumably members of the Terra Cell. The company was acquired to produce Cyclone and other technologies.
How could terrorists afford to buy a company?
Uncertain. It appears the Eagle's network has significant financial resources. I've located the VerveGen offices, but I'm unable to obtain personnel records. Their data is very well secured. I need you to set up surveillance. Slice into public terminals around the building perimeter, and I can use HoloNet resources to see and hear inside.
Say we're successful. Then what?
We analyze the situation, determine our best approach. VerveGen is located in the upper-level industrial sites. The sector is overrun by corporate security. Some may carry Cyclone as a last resort. When you're done, come to Shadowtown. We'll meet in person. Watch your X out.